Frankenstein, whose actual name is not Frankenstein, it's Frankenstein's monster. So, Halloween, let's go. Spooky, Spooktober. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So, small sort of head, hands, take your time, hit pause, etc., right? So, where to begin? So I'm going to start with like his brow, and it's like his eyelid as well. So he's got this like big sort of stuck out kind of brow thing going on, okay? So let's start with that. Center point of my page is about here. Well, here. We'll come up over to the right a little bit. His head is up in this space, top half of the page, okay? And then the rest is body and hands. So we'll just go with frown. We'll just curve a frowning sort of line, right? Up and down, right? And this comes around his like eyelid as well. Sort of sticks out there. So his eyelid is in this space, right? Right here. So we'll draw it in, right? So the eyelid kind of comes down here. And then another sort of down there, right? So then the eye is kind of in here. So we'll go around and down. The real sort of downturned sort of eyes, right? And then it comes back underneath, up, right into that tear duct then, in here, okay? So he's looking down at us, right? And then his bottom eyelid line just like curves around here. And of course you can do these things as wrinkly as you want. You know, you can make them look real old or young. You know, as creepy as you want. And what we can see of his iris in there, it's real big. So like right over like here to here as well. You can't really see much of his pupil, but if we were to give him one, we'll go here. His eyes are like mostly sort of black anyway. But we'll draw in a pupil because I think it needs it when you're doing sort of illustrations like this. And maybe a tear duct or something here, some more wrinkles and stuff. So this frown, right? So it kind of like bumps across his nose, right? So you have like a line there, and then the other one comes down the other side, right? So it's like, this is like his nose sort of here, top of his nose. And this sort of frown will come along, well, the other side will go, yeah, we'll go down here and up around this way. So this could be like a wrinkle just here. So we'll put some wrinkles on his brow there. And this is the other eye then. So we'll go sort of down this way. And then his eyelid will come down in here. And then the eye, again, small, tiny little eye, just in here. And then it goes back up around to the tear duct, just there. And then his iris and his pupil again, so maybe tear duct and just what we can see of his eye. Just in there. And then pupil. Black, just in the middle, right? And then the bags underneath his eye, wrinkling. As much of this as you'd like, as much of the wrinkle lines, right? So this brow, right, that comes across his head, so it kind of like comes across, say, around here, right? So it'll go kind of up towards the temple, like, you know, across the top of his head, and then like up the side here. So like just around this way and like up his side of his head there. So real sort of wrinkly kind of thing, right? And he does have like a shadowed line, right? That kind of like broken sort of line that comes across the top here. All right, like this, just a sort of a light line. It's like skin mostly. And then you'll have like some wrinkles coming across the forehead as well. Right, so he's got this big brow thing going on. Right, so then the nose, right in the middle here. So we just have like the bridge of his nose. He's a real wide sort of nose here. We'll draw it in. And then the nostrils curve out here. Down around this way. Real big flared out sort of nostrils. You could have like maybe side of his nose sort of here. Maybe the tip of his nose just kind of curving around. Like so. Right, and then we got some nostrils, so pretty big now, so we go up and down. Up and down here. And this will just come across the bottom here like that. And then we'll just shade in this circle inside here for the dark part of his nostril, because you can see up inside his nose and it's quite shadowed. Right, so again, wrinkles and little lines for the tip of his nose and stuff. Light lines. The darker lines show like the main features of his face. Okay. So we'll do his mouth. So just down here, he's a real flat sort of downturned sort of mouth, right? So it goes up, down in the middle, up again, then down to like there. And then we can see like his top lip. So it just goes up, down in the middle. It's like a letter M. Like so. And then his bottom lip. Just coming across here. And if you want like some wrinkles and stuff. It depends on how sort of spooky you want to make them. So we'll have sort of a line for his chin here. He's got a pretty big chin. And then coming down from like the side of his face, we've got these cheek lines just there. And then the bottom of his chin, real square sort of chin, because we're looking up at him. But it's real square chin like that. And these can actually come up nearly join his cheek lines, you know, just around the side of his mouth. Then we'll do his jaw, coming out the side, so real wide now. And up this way. Right, we kind of bump out for his cheekbone there. So he's got like a cheekbone that comes down around like this. Same on the other side. So just kind of bump out for where his cheekbone would be here. This goes down that way. And again, as much sort of wrinkles and stuff as you want. How gnarly you want to make them, it's kind of up to you. but I think I'll leave it like that. It's probably enough. So, right, so we got like a sideburn sort of here, just at the top of his ear, and because his head is tilted back, his ears are down lower, right? So like ear here, and like, you know, it lines up with just the top of his nose, and it curves around and goes down nearly to where his neck will start, real low. When a character has their head tilted back, the ears go down, right? They go lower down on the face, right, like that. And as well, proportion wise, so like this space, so normally like the eyes, the nose is halfway between the eyes and the chin, but you'll notice like this whole space, chin to nose, is the same as nose to like the forehead, top of the forehead there, because this is much smaller because he's like, his head is tilted back, so your halfway point between here and here is the nose, so this and this is about the same. Okay, but then still nose to the bottom lip, well, maybe to nose to the underneath the bottom lip, actually, here to here is about the same as here to here, so that's your halfway point between there and there, just because we have his head tilted back. So it's like this area gets smaller looking. It's just a bit of forced perspective. So then curve a line around here. We'll add just some ear lines inside. Like that. So his hair then will just come out from here, right? So you can do it smooth or, you know, zigzag. It's up to you. And then this comes out this way. And I think about here we'll meet like some stitching just beside his brow, right? Some of these metal sort of stitches. And we'll add an edge line to them just to make them look a bit 3D. All right, like that, and then his hairline will continue up this way. And we'll meet another stitch just here. And then his hairline goes over. You could do long sort of hair spikes or shallow. You could do longer ones like that if you wanted. But we'll just keep it sort of simple here. Then we have another stitch here, metal one. And again, it's useful to add these sort of edge lines to them just to make them look a little bit three-dimensional. Like that. Then his hairline over the other side, just these sort of zigzag kind of sketchy line just going up that way. And he does have a scar here running down his head. Just there. Right, so then the rest of his hair, so he's got like a real flat sort of square head, and we'll just go up and around like this. You can do some spikes sticking off every now and then if you wanted, like so. It's a real flat head. Some texture lines on it if you wanted as well. Okay, and then you can like wrinkle them up as much as you want now. Like that. Okay, so neck and neck bolts. So let's go. So we'll go down here, right? And the bolt, he's real wide neck, right? So the bolts kind of stick out here from his neck, and you can do some like skin coming out this way. Okay, so just these kind of square shapes. We'll just do some lines on it like that. Right, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So just like a bolt sticking out here, some wrinkles, and then another square end on that one, some lines on it like that. They don't have to be the same on both sides, depending on how realistic you want to go, you know. From the movie, he had like smaller boats. In cartoons and stuff, they're like exaggerated like this, so we'll go somewhere in between. Because I'm kind of working between two images. So then necklines, right? So neck muscle lines here. And then his sort of suit comes across the t-shirt here, and then his suit jacket comes down, straight down like this. We'll give him an Adam's apple, does he? We'll give him a small one. And some wrinkles and things coming across, texture. Just on his skin. The top line for his shirt. Like so. So in this image of Frankenstein, I'm doing his hands sort of coming up. He's like, ugh. But you could do just shoulders if you don't like drawing hands, right? So his suit jacket lapel will go here. These two sort of triangular shapes. Same on this side. We'll give him like, yeah, it's like old sort of suit, so you could have like tattered parts if you wanted. There's some dirt on it. And then if you don't like drawing hands, you just do a shoulder out to here and down, right? So you just go about head width, out, down, and then out and down, and then you're done. But we're going to add hands, okay? So, a bit more complicated. So his arms kind of come out from here, right? So we'll do his sleeve first. So we'll go down this way, right? So, and his wrist will come out from the sleeve. It's like a tube just here. And then his wrist will go into the sleeve that way, right? So you'll have to draw the outside of it now. It's got a little V on it. Maybe a bit of an edge line just going down here, stitching or something going around there, right? So his wrist and his hands come out from there. We'll get the other one in the right place first as well. So this one's kind of slightly higher up. So we've got this sort of opening for the sleeve curving around here. And then his wrist will stick up. So you go up to there somewhere. And then wrist out that way. And then we'll add the other lines for just his sleeve going around the back. And then the bottom of it coming down here. So because this one's slightly sort of higher up, you can kind of see a bit more of it. So you can see like his elbow curving around there, and then it goes into his armpit and then down. And there's like a suit line, you know, like a stitching line, just going up this way. And then it attaches to his shoulder, just here. And the suit jacket line goes down that way. His other shoulder is like behind his hand here. So, well, we can see like his armpit actually just there, and maybe like a little bit going off that way. And then again, like scratches and dirt and stuff on his suit. Right, so then his hand, right? So just doing this sort of thing, ooh, like a zombie. So we'll just go this W sort of shape for the hand, right? This is the base of your hand, this part, right? And then you could have like some wrist bones just here. And then this sticks out for his thumb. So he's real square sort of hands, right? They're not sort of dainty piano player hands. And then like some hand lines and stuff just coming across here. So 4 fingers now. So we'll go up from the thumb first. So we'll go up, right? And your finger has 3 segments. So that's useful to remember, right? So you'll go 1, and each one will bend around. 2, 3. So these have sort of these curving sections on them. Right, so 1, 2, 3, and they bend around that way. And you go around the fingertip. It's a real square sort of. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3 again. And then the next fingers are kind of a bit more bent over, so just goes up around top of his finger. 1 knuckle, 2, down. And then we have 3 segments again. Just smooth them out a little bit. A couple more sort of hand wrinkle lines, just. Right, and then this finger, so we go round, 2, 3, then the tip of the finger, 1, 2, 3, and then this one's like bent down, like just around here, back of the knuckle, and then it goes down and joins the back of the hand here. So hands are always tricky, so take your time. You might have like a knuckle line or something there. Okay, roughly like that. And he's no fingernails in this drawing, the reference image, so it's kind of up to you if you want to add fingernails. Right, so we just go over and do the other side. So then, let's see. So we got like this W sort of shape for the base of his palm of his hand again. Carving around like that. Right, and his wrist bones will be sort of like there. And then we go out for the thumb. It's kind of more round, facing towards us. Going up that way. And then we go fingers again, same sort of thing. Like 1, 2. We can only use 2 segments on this one. Goes up, around, back down. Slightly different angle on this, so we meet the next finger here. Around, down. Curved lines for each sort of segment. Then the next finger is around here, down the back, down to there. I'm debating whether or not to give him fingernails, because they're not in the picture. So and this is like just a knuckle sort of sticking out here, and then this goes down, out, and around here. And we'll go some palm of the hand sort of lines just coming across. No, you know, I don't think he needs the fingernails, just looking at it now. And then all you got to do then is darken up some of your edge lines, smoothen them up. Just go over them a bit where objects kind of overlap. Oh, and his shoulder, I forgot that in here. Just join that up to his arm. Okay, but I think I'll leave it there. That is how to draw Frankenstein's monster, or Frankenstein. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.